From the Ohio AgNet, Voice You Know with the News You Trust studio, sponsored by the Family Forest Carbon Program, where we help family forest owners get paid to improve the health of their woods. Well, happy Friday, and a nice one to help fields dry out as I'm looking out the broadcast studio window right now. Quick calendar note to pass along to you today. Don't forget to celebrate the 38th Annual Armed Forces Day with the Findlay Military Association. That's coming up May 15th through the 18th at the Hancock County Fairgrounds. Visit FindlayMilitaryShow.org for a full schedule of events sponsored by Ohio Logistics. And it is a nice day, but what's the weather hold? Let's check in with that thanks to Seed Consultants. Here's Ryan.
Sunny, warm, and dry here to finish the week. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin. Let's take a look at your forecast updates, stringing together multiple sunny, warm, dry days here in Ohio. Today is just the start. Temperatures are going to be a little bit warmer for tomorrow and especially Sunday, Monday. 4 days back to back to back with sunshine, blue sky, high evaporation, and fast drying. We get to late Monday, clouds are going to start to spill in from the south, and I think we're going to have to deal with on again, off again, very light rain shower action Tuesday. Right now I'm looking at a few hundreds to maybe a few tenths, coverage around 80% of the Buckeye State. The clouds may linger through a large part of Wednesday, but I don't think there's a lot of additional moisture there. I'm Ryan Martin.
Big news today in the agricultural world is the United States and the UK have reached a trade agreement, big part of which opening UK market access for American agricultural products. President Trump stressed the importance of trading with the U.S. while talking with the British ambassador and on the phone with Prime Minister Keir Starmer.
We have the best in the world, best tractors, the best everything in the world, and they say that our agriculture is, second to none.
Secretary of Agriculture Brooke Rollins.
This is going to exponentially increase our beef exports, and to be very clear, American beef is the safest, the best quality, and the crown jewel of American agriculture for the world.
And not just beef that benefits.
Ethanol reducing of tariffs from 19 to 0, which for our row croppers is a huge deal, but also for beef. And as we move forward, I know our incredible trade team is looking at all of the meats, all of the produce, really all of our agriculture exports.
Dave Salmonson, the Senior Director of Government Affairs for the American Farm Bureau, tells us the new agreement, first step in a much larger picture.
This is, in a sense, the beginning of the end of all of the things that the president has put out on tariffs since the beginning of his administration. A lot of it was meant to get countries to the table. The UK stepped up. They've agreed to lower some of their barriers for agriculture. They've agreed to a 13,000 metric ton tariff-free quota for beef. They've agreed to go to a zero tariff on ethanol.
Once again, the United States and the United Kingdom have reached a trade agreement that includes agriculture in a major way. We're told specific final details of that agreement still coming down the pipeline. Ag Secretary Brooke Rollins recently testified before a Senate Appropriations Subcommittee this week and defended downsizing the USDA as well as potential cuts to international food programs. She also added that the Department of Agriculture does not plan to close any of its 4,500 Farm Service Agency offices that serve America's farmers, many of which are county by county. Now, right now, the president's budget would cut $358 million from the FSA and suggested that some of its locations are underutilized, resulting in waste. Now, as we start thinking about markets, trade optimism because of the tariff progress is moving some grain markets higher today. We'll take a look at those details coming up next on the Ohio AgNet.
Those long days in a tractor cab can really put a cramp in your body. So while refueling or refilling your equipment, walk around the tractor a few times or do a few head-to-toe stretching exercises. When fatigue does set in, that's when injuries and mistakes happen. Know when it's time to take a break and recharge. Let's make sure everyone gets home safe and sound. This message from the Ohio AgNet, OSU Extension, Ag Safety and Health Team, and this station.
Before we get to the numbers, let's take a look at what's driving markets here on Friday, thanks to Brandt, helping growers take control for over 70 years. Here's Ryan.
I'm Ryan Metzger with Lice Mercantile, here to preview the upcoming USDA WASDE report with Bloomberg's survey to see what the industry is expecting to see on Monday. The average trade guess for new crop corn production is seen at 15.78 billion bushels, with a carryout of 2.04 billion bushels. New crop production of soybeans is seen at 4.33 billion bushels, with a carryout of 380 million bushels. And lastly, new crop wheat production is seen at 1.89 billion bushels, with ending stocks of 859 million bushels. Please visit our website, lifemercantile.com, to learn more about our grain marketing program and crop insurance services.
Thanks, Ryan. And let's see what's happening on the market side as we turn the page to live numbers from Chicago. July corn at the Board of Trade actually staying put at the moment, $447.5 per bushel. No change. December new crop corn up 1 1/4 to $440, and March 2026 corn contracts $454.5, up 1 1/4. July soybeans up 7.5 to $10.52 3/4, as new crop beans are at a price of $10.30 per bushel, a nickel higher, and Jan beans up 4.5 cents to $10.41 1/4 for next year's start to contracts. July wheat down 6 pennies to $5.23 1/4. September wheat down 6 as well to $5.38. Markets brought to you by Seed Consultants, simply better performance. Online at seedconsultants.com. Cattle higher as they are one of the big winners in this UK trade deal. June cattle up 58 cents to a price of $214.83. August live cattle up 20 cents at the moment. May hogs down a dime to $90.55, and milk trending off by about 15 cents across the board. I'm Joel Norwood. This is the Ohio AgNet.